what is good? Thank you so much for once again stopping back by. I really do hope that you're going to enjoy this week's video so that you can keep coming back for more. As you can already tell by the title, today we're doing a baby talk video, and in today's baby talk we are talking about confidence, all things confidence, how to be confident, how to be that girl that you should be, that girl that you already are. Just how to tap into the inner self so that it can come outwardly and you can show up as her. If that is something you're interested in, don't forget to like, comment, and to subscribe. Please do watch the ads. Please, for my sake, watch the ads. But if that is a type of video that you are interested in, do keep watching the video till the end. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. So confidence, in my opinion, is the opinion that you have about yourself. It is what you tell yourself, it is what you think of yourself, it is how you see yourself. And exactly that person, exactly what you see yourself to be, exactly what you believe you are, is exactly what you show up as. So for example, you can't believe that when you can't, when you are small, when you don't deserve, when you are not worthy, when you are incapable, you don't have the right qualification, you don't have the right skills, you don't have the right looks. You can't believe all of that and then show up as a boss babe, and then outwardly show up as a strong person, as a person who can, as a person who's ready to take over, as a person who is out there, as a person who believes in themselves. So whatever it is that you believe inwardly is exactly what the world sees you as, is exactly what you project and what you give to the world. So I'm saying all this to say that it starts by you believing. It starts by you channeling the opinion about yourself that you want to be seen. It starts when you do the things that obviously bring you closer to whatever it is that you see yourself as. So if you see yourself as a boss babe, you do things that make you a boss babe. If you see yourself as an academic, then you do the things that bring you closer to being an academic. I don't want my BB talks to be like formal. I really just want it to be very chilled, very like big sister talking to younger sister, or like a conversation between friends. If we're around the same age, then it's like a conversation between friends. Or if you're older than me, then then it's your little sister talking to their older sister. I really just want my community to be a very like safe space, a very relaxed space. So yeah, I did jot down a few notes on my phone because I didn't want to forget, as to how do you then channel this boss babe? How do you then become her? How do you show up as her? I feel like also it is normal to struggle with confidence. I feel like everyone, and if you haven't been through it, then you probably still will go through it. Everyone has been discouraged by something. Everyone has had a downfall of something. Everyone has been through something, whether you were talked down upon, whether it's someone that you really like wanted their approval and then they don't believe in you. Example, a parent, whether your parent has told you can't do something, or pregnancy. Some people struggle to bounce back after pregnancy, and then the whole mom body thing. Obviously your body doesn't look the same after pregnancy, and then it just shatters their confidence, and then others are not able to get back up and work on their body, and they're also not able to accept the new mom body. So then it becomes a thing of just not showing up at all. It becomes a huge confidence crisis. It becomes a huge like stress. It becomes a huge stress factor. So I think we've all been through that. Or if you were discouraged by a teacher, or if you were discouraged by a friend. And it's so weird how the body and the mind works. I could say something and say, oh my gosh girl, you look so good. You would say thank you, and then life is gonna go on. You're gonna forget. But if I said to you, oh my word, waze wangafaneleka, or waze wamumbi, or that will stick with you even years from now. The mind and the body and the soul just operate weirdly, man. Siyabambelelwa entweni ebuhlungu, or automatically inhliziyo iyabambelelwa entweni ebuhlungu, whereas into enhle you will forget in the next 2 years ukuthi ngeke ngakuncoma. But dare I say into embi, you will remember sesiguge ungibambelele lo gqubu. So I do feel like everyone has been through a confidence knocker. Everybody has had to get back up. If it hasn't happened to you, Kule says Says, so I did jot down ways in which you can boost your confidence again, or like get back your confidence. So I feel like the first way to do this, to get back yourself up, get back a good self-esteem or a good self-esteem, is that you need to recognize what you are good at. Oftentimes we recognize what we are not so good at, and we forget to recognize the things that we are good at. We forget to look for the things that we are good at. This again goes is because I feel like society highlights the bad more than the good in general. Even especially in Black homes, your bad as a child growing up gets highlighted more than the good. And of course, this is something I would love for us to like change, because I do feel like we are the parents now. We are doing the raising now. We are the mothers, the fathers now. And it is now our turn to do right. It is our turn to change parenting. It is our turn to do things differently. So in a home where the bad was more highlighted than the good, in our homes, in our kids' lives, I'm not saying we should ignore it, or we shouldn't like reprimand it, or like no, definitely do so. But as much as you notice the bad, also notice the good, and be loud about it. Instead of you are so loud about it, you are so loud, do the same when it's the good thing. Make a loud noise about the good things as well. Go crazy about the good things as well. Those are all the things that lead to a good self-esteem. And often people that show up with confidence as adults are people that were groomed very well and very intentionally as young kids. Those adults that have a high self-confidence are kids that had a good self-esteem. Adults, oftentimes, not all the time, adults that don't have good confidence are often kids that had a low self-esteem, because those were kids that were unnoticed, because those were kids that were ignored, those were kids that were made to feel not important. That's why it is our turn now to make sure that our kids grow up confidence AF. Okay. So one of the things that I feel like you can do if you're a person who struggles with confidence, like we have more showing up, is that have the same interest as you. Let's say your interest is makeup. You are sitting at home with a freaking good skill of doing makeup. Also, you are done watching the tutorials to see what's trending. You are done. You are done. You're just not starting. You're just not putting yourself out there. It's a confidence thing. God does makeup by, dolled by, slayed by. Every day there's a new makeup artist. Every single day. We as morning and every day. Self-taught. Banbani school of makeup. It's a doable business. The kids are doing it. The girls are in it. When you are sitting there because it's a confidence issue. You have the same skill. You are just as good, if not better. Uyasaba nje ukuqala, uyasaba ukuthi obani bazothini, uyasaba ukuthi ngeke uzowathola amaklayenti, uyasaba nje, uyasaba. So then those are the people that I feel like this video is dedicated to, and I feel like one way or another we can all relate. It doesn't, like, makeup is just an example, but we can all relate to this conversation some way, somehow. When akozazi ukuthi urelate where exactly. But I do feel like I'm also talking to myself in this. This is a conversation that I'm also like genuinely having with myself. Even though I do think I am confident. I do think I'm confident. I think, Shem, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident. And I know to some people it has come across as being stuck up, or like I'm good and I know it. Yeah, but I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident. Okay, so one way you can do this, you need to recognize what you are good at, because once you know that you are good at something, you will become confident in doing it, because there's hardly going to be any room for failure in it because you're good at it, and that will boost your confidence. I think that's another thing. Once you are not fearful, it is easy to be confident. Once you don't think the chances or the probability of you failing are higher than you succeeding, it is easier to become confident, which isn't always the case. Sometimes you need to be confident even if the probability is 50-50. You need to be confident even if it might not work. But if it doesn't work, then sharp, then I'll try something else, or I'll do it another way, or I'll do it again until it works. That's the level of confidence I feel like we need to get there as young girlies, as young moms, as young academics, as young whatever we want to be, wherever you fit in the spectrum. I do feel like it needs to get to a point where we are okay with failure. I think my previous video, it was about failure. We are okay with failure. Failure is part of life. We normalize failure so that you show up confidently even if there is room to fail. The room to fail mustn't determine whether you're going to start or not. You're going to start anyway. If you fail, it is okay. It's okay. Even if you publicly fail. And you know what? Anyone who's done something, anyone who's had the guts to do something will never laugh at your failure. It is someone who hasn't started Nangowake, who has nothing going on, that will make a hoo-ha about your failure. And I really do think abantu busy. Everybody's trying to push their own hustle. Everyone is trying to raise their own busy. Everybody's trying to raise their own kids. Everybody's focusing on their academics. Hardly ever will we sinagani nawe ni failure yakho. Or ninagani nami ni failure yami. Because life is just busy. Life is just going. And I do feel like we are at such a good point when it comes to supporting each other on social media platforms. I love how social media is turning right now. It's almost as if your tribe are your people. Those are the people that are going to engage with the content. Those are the people that are going to like you. And then the people that are not your tribe, oh babe, they will not come at you face to face. They will create fake accounts. But they won't come to you. And I love how everybody's supporting each other. Every day the girlies are really focused. The girlies are really focused this year, and I love to see it. Every day, new business. Every single day, new ban. The girls are fighting, and I love to see it. I love to see it. Not on my Instagram, I literally follow amantombazana ngempela. Amantombazana busy. Amantombazane umshikashika. Sibusha umshikashika. And I love that, and I love how supportive we are of each other. I've become so intentional about commenting on people's hustles, commenting on people's grind. Like for me, I set time aside. I used to go on Instagram just to scroll, who's posting what, catch up with my favorite celebrities. Now it's not about that. Now I've even forgotten that there's a thing called a celebrity. Now I don't just go there to scroll. I don't just go there to see you looking good. Yeah, I'll see you looking good and then get on norm. But for me, I feel like my feed is now more made up of people's hustles. Whether it's a reel with a brand, whether it's your business, whether it's your whatever. But I'm starting to see a lot of sponsored content, a lot of work, a lot of collaborations, a lot of partnership, more than just you posting a selfie at home and then umuhle, and that's why posted, and that's why I'm like it, and that's why I'm commented, and I love to see it. So you really do need to recognize what you are good at so that you show up in it more confidently. And once you are confident in one area of your life, once you are good at one area of your life, once you found that one thing that you are good at, it is easier to see ezingizinto with an open mind. It is easier to see ezingizinto with the thought ukuthi you can do it because you've done it before. Once you've done something before, the second time, the third time, the fourth time, it becomes easier. Once you have one business and you're successful, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, it's easier because you have the confidence. You know you can. You believe it before even doing it. You have the ability to achieve and to do it. The second one is build positive relationships. I do feel like this is very important. Your surroundings determine a lot. The more I grow, the more I realize the saying that says, show me your friends, I'll show you your future, is so true. You just can't have a surrounding of, I don't want to make an example because I don't want to offend anyone, but surrounding yakho, is you. Whether you like it or not, you can't hang out with bad people, whatever bad is to you, and then you expect an opposite outcome in your life. You can't claim to be a good person and then hang out with bad people. Whatever bad is for you, whatever good is for you. You can't be something else and then attract something else. Hang out with, you will become that. So it's very important in this confidence journey to eliminate anything that is negative, eliminate anyone, family included, that is negative or that makes you feel sad. Anything that is ukuthula kwakho nje ne-peace yakho, ne-focus yakho, nama-good thoughts onawo ngawe, remove them. It is so important to surround yourself with people that believe in you, people that respect you, people that are like-minded. Because I don't think I would want to, even if you believe in me, they'd say like I have a friend, né? And this friend of mine believes in me and they really are always saying positive stuff to me. But then bona, they don't believe in themselves, but then bona, they're very doubtful of themselves. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want you to be equally positive, equally you equally confident, you equally believe in yourself as much as you believe in me, because then I feel like then the friendship is going to be balanced. Then there's not going to be any envy. It's not going to feel envious. You're not going to feel like shem you're my fan, whereas I want to be your fan too. I feel like friendships should work like that, where you pour into me, I pour into you. So I don't think I'd want to have someone like that who believes in me so much and I'm just taking from this person, but like they don't believe in themselves. When I pour, I'm pouring into an empty glass. No. I want to fill the glass. I want to hype you up. I want to support you, but I want to work with the glass that's already half full or like close to full, and now I'm just making sure that it overflows. Now I'm just there with the compliments. Now I'm just there with friends, you can do it. Now ebo ichitha iglass, mina ngiyagcwalisa nje iglass iyachitheka, just visit ngiyagcwalisa nje iglass iyachitheka. You feel me? So I feel like it's very important to surround yourself with positive people that believe in you, people that are just good vibes and that are good for your mental health, because I feel like confidence is very closely related to mental health, because it's your opinion of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Oftentimes we aren't kind to ourselves. If one thing fails, now we think the next 5 things that we try are gonna fail. Now we're scared to try again. I will make an example with my driver's license. I did my driver's license in 2019, right? And then I failed the first time. The best thing my instructor did for me was book now. Cause like, no, it means I'm not ready. I want to go do more lessons. And he's like, no, book now. And I got the date. I think it was like a Monday, and then I got the date for Thursday. And I'm like, I won't have enough time to practice. He's like, uyakwazi ukwenza lento, angazi kwenzakaleni. You're gonna do it on Thursday. Did I not do it and get it? Kwasiza ukuthi kube khona umuntu okholelwa kimi. I don't think I was not confident. I do think a lot of fear had taken over the confidence. Now I was really fearful, because I walked into the test very confident. I could drive. I just made one slight mistake, and then grounded, and then obviously it was one mistake out. Again, failure will happen, but that does not mean you can't. You get up again and you go. But in that moment, I needed someone in my circle to be there, to push me, to believe in me, to tell me something positive in the midst of negativeness, where I felt like I still need to go practice a whole month and then I book. And he's like, no, you will book now. Booked for Thursday, I figure on Thursday, and then I got my driver's license. So it is so important to be kind to yourself even after failure. It is so important to not take that one failure and then live in it. Cry for one day. You cry for one day. The next day, you are kinder for yourself for making the mistake. You are kinder for yourself for being naive. You are kinder to yourself for whatever you did, for whatever you contributed into whatever happened. But you are kinder to yourself. I also don't think akekho umuntu owenza into ezomphatha kabi ngenhloso ingoba usuke ungazi. Literally, or you were hoping for a different outcome, but nobody puts themselves in a fire. It's a fire. It is only when you get burned that you realize that, oh, this is a fire. So you do need to be kind to yourself, because oftentimes you don't know any better. And also another thing that I feel like I am seeing with time, with growth is that experience definitely is the best teacher. Singahlala la sikutshele size sitshe kumlomo ukuthi don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Umuntu ufunda kahle ngamaphutha akhe. Experience is the best. You know, once you experience it, you will never do it again. Unfortunately, inhliziyo nje nengqondo injalo sifuna ukuyizwela. Ufuna ukuyizwela, ufuna ukusha kuqala. And then experience is, it's unfortunate because ezinye izinto you really just you don't want your kids to go through them, but you don't have control over. You don't have control over. Sometimes they just need to burn not to do it again. But yeah, be kind to yourself. Be extremely kind to yourself, because you're gonna have to be kind to yourself over and over and over and over again. You're gonna constantly have to be kind to yourself for impilo ukuthi iqhubeke and you carry on showing up confidently. The next one is learn to be assertive. Learn to be assertive. Funda ukuma entweni oyishilo. Mawusuthe umile nje lapho. And I feel like there's a fine line between being assertive and then being disrespectful. Being disrespectful is when you even the way you're showing, you don't care about how it's gonna land to the other person. You don't care for the opinion of other people. You just don't care. All you want is lende sure win. That's not what I'm saying. But being assertive is when you are in tune with another person's emotion, you are in tune with another person's opinion, even if they don't agree to what you are saying, but you don't have to agree with them. You don't need to change what you are saying. That is what being assertive is. But you are mindful, and it's okay. It's okay for someone not to agree with you. It is okay for someone to see things differently. It is okay. But when umile la ekuthenini into ukuthi angiyifuni, into ukuthi angiyithanda, oh no, angiyilapho. It's okay, you can go. It's okay if you think I should go, but I'm still not going because 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. So you have to be assertive. You have to, it also goes with, the more assertive you are, the more you do something you said you were going to do, the more you stick to something that you have said, the more now you trust yourself, the more you learn to lean on yourself, because you can stick to your own decisions. The minute you're not stable, you can't stick to your own decisions. You say one thing, you do the other. You make a decision, because there's no assertiveness. You're moving with the wind. You are just. So I feel like it's very important to be assertive. You learn to trust yourself. Other people learn to trust you. I don't know how we could trust a person. Would you trust that person? No. And the more people don't trust you, the more your confidence goes down, the more your confidence deteriorates, because there's no one saying anything positive to you. There's no one thinking positively about you, because you're not assertive. You are all over the place. You do something, you say something, you do the other. Your actions don't match your words. There's just absolutely no assertiveness. So assertiveness is a huge confidence booster. It's one of the ways that you can boost your confidence. And I think this is the last one. Oh, this is the second to last one. Start saying no. A lot of people that have a low self-esteem are people pleasers, are people that can't say no, that are people that will put other people first, even at their own detriment. It is okay to put other people first, but not when it affects you, not when it goes against what you are, what you want, and what you believe in. You have to start saying no. You have to, if you can't do something, politely, you can't do it. You mustn't now break your back, break your neck, just so that you can say yes and show up for the next person, even when you can't. Sometimes you can show up, you just don't believe that it's your place to show. Whatever the reason is, you have to start being able to say no and being okay with not being able to help, with not playing superhero. Because yeah, when I let your people pleaser, you people please, and then when it always comes back to you, you're the one not satisfied. You're the one, it's at the cost of yourself. You're the one that is like just not okay after making the decision. While they're happy, while they're okay, you're the one paying the price emotionally. So you have to start being okay with saying no. Not everything can be yes, yes. In fact, there's a problem if when a yonke into is a yes, 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 yes. There's absolutely no boundaries. Yonke into you have a problem. If my friend comes and says, friend, let's go to the club, and I say no because I had promised that I'm going to spend the night at home with my daughter, which is always the case, but like I'm just making a typical example. I've said no, Angit. Nothing my friend says should then make me say yes if I don't want to. If I truly, truly, truly that's what I want to do. Now, this is not a case where now the friends ends up convincing me and I end up wanting to go. No. If after the attempt to convince me, I still don't want to go, it is okay to say no and let the friend go alone or let the friend find someone else. I don't need to change my mind to please you. That's what being assertive is. That's what having boundaries is. And I feel like this is a huge confidence booster because it teaches people how to respect you. Oftentimes we talk about, I'm not respected, I feel disrespected. Have you laid the principles to be respected? Have you allowed the ground to be respected? If you don't have boundaries, there's no assertiveness, there's absolutely no sense of discipline in you. Where's the respect going to come from? How are people going to respect you? So you have to be assertive. You have to stick to what you've said. And the last one, we have 25 minutes. I don't want this to be longer than 30 minutes. The last one is give yourself a challenge. There's nothing more rewarding as giving yourself a challenge or saying you're going to do something and you do it. Giving yourself a challenge and you meet it or you overcome it. Nothing is rewarding as that. A simple thing like, I'm going to go to work. After work, I'm going to go to gym. No matter how tired I am, if I've said after work, I'm going to go to gym, and then I knock off at work at like 3. I had the longest day. I am tired. I could easily just go home, take a shower, cook if I want to, cuddle with my daughter and fall asleep. I could easily do that. I could easily change my mind at 3 o'clock. But when I woke up at 5, I said I will go to work, go to gym. There's nothing more rewarding than pushing through the tiredness, the pain, or whatever it is that I'm feeling. On my way back to gym, I'm just like, wow, I did it. Something as little as that. I did it. I can trust myself. I do exactly what I said I'm going to do. So it is very important to give yourself a challenge. Set those challenges so that you can notice and you can be able to see when you've overcome them, so that you have a rewarding feeling. If you don't set the challenge, you just keep going and you don't realize that I could have had a plan B. I could have not done this if I didn't want to. But you did it. You pushed through. You made sure that you make it happen. Give yourself a challenge so that you're going to be able to give yourself a reward. Without the challenge, you're not going to be able to give yourself a reward. So that is a very big confidence booster when you can see that I can trust myself. I can overcome in my tiredness, in my stress, in my what. I think that's all that I had to talk about confidence. It is a very important contributor to life, and I feel like in the workspace, in relationships, home, friendships, every aspect of your life requires confidence. It's a good aura, man. It's a good aura to have. It's a good attribute to have. Nobody wants to work with someone who's always doubtful, with someone who's always like hiding. Show up and show up as your best self. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, to comment and subscribe, and please watch the ads so that the girl makes more money. Anyway, thank you for watching. You definitely are a star. Bye.